Okay. Hopefully this is still working. Kudos and thank you to Antho Atar. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Apologies. For pointing out that I don't have any audio. Hopefully I do now and I can actually get started. I'm just gonna load the game where I left off. I actually did quite a bit starting out, so I don't really feel like going back and doing everything again. It's probably me being lazy, but here we are. So, gonna load. Don't super remember where I was. Really don't super... Oh, okay. This just puts me back to where I was. That's always the little load screen, because I'm staring at the ceiling of this world. Okay, so I believe we had just read all the books. We put the pages into the corresponding books, and now I want to just like show y'all what this fireplace can do. Yeah, this may look familiar because it was like those little pictures in that one book, so just keep that in mind. It comes into play much later. But anyways, we've also noticed like this tower rotation thing. We're gonna dive a little further into that, so let's go ahead, just to start off, let's get this tower. There, it's turned red. That means it's on one of these hidden places. So we're gonna now find out what that means. So what I want to do is click on this mysterious portrait, and then boom, we now have a mysterious stairwell. And if you look at this picture, which looked like the outside, the door is now closed. So we're not trapped, we just got a little bit of a different path now. Find an elevator. Let's go to the library. Also just killed a mosquito. I started on Uru. I haven't finished it. Last time I played Myst was probably like 3 months ago, so I wanted to kind of just start over from the beginning, especially because I found out that there's a documentary that's being made about the series. I don't have the website's name. I think it's like the mystdocumentary.com or something, so it's pretty easy to find. But either way, I saw that Steam sale, or the Steam summer sale, had like all of them on sale, and so I was like, well, I'll just start from the top and keep going. So that's where I'm at. Got our little cogs here, and that is a hint to the key here. And I'm gonna write this down because I am just awful with my memory. So I like to draw a cog. Oh lord, that does not look like a cog. And then write in what it says. And then can't decide if I want to like write them all down and then go. No, that's obnoxious. We'll just go back down and try this one out. Trying to remember. No, I take that back. We're gonna make the tower go on each one, and then use that to kind of open them all. These words might not make sense right now, but we'll get there. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the ship. So this is for the cog. Now let's go for the ship. Gonna go back in here. This game does have like a lot of back and forth, but honestly I don't mind it. I don't know, it makes sense. Like, it's not like grueling, because, you know, if you're actually trapped on this island, or not trapped, you just like showed up to this world in this island, you would have to like walk, turn the tower, walk back. see what happened. So I'm okay with it. I know this is gonna look at the ship, but just to show y'all I'm not lying. And then, whoops, go down the ladder. There you go. Then gonna get the key up here. So I don't know if y'all remember, you can get constellations by entering a date. So I'm going to go ahead and write those down. This part, I thought this was really nifty. Looking forward to permanent. Is that one? Is that one of them? I only know Myst, Uru, and Riven. I'm assuming for me is like number 4 or 5. I obviously haven't done a ton of research, but I don't really like to because I'm worried I'll come across spoilers or, I don't know, just like hints to the puzzle, and I staunchly want to figure this out on my own. So I'll just go in blind. It's fine. And then this one, 11:23, 97, 91, 6:57 p.m. Cool. We're gonna go back and do the next one. Nope. I want in the elevator. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I will definitely have to check that out. I'm gonna add it to my list of games that I keep writing down. People will like hop in and suggest them, so I keep writing them down. I'm like, I need to get on top of like actually playing these games that people are suggesting. But there's just so many and so little time. Except during quarantine, there's actually a lot of time. Okay. Alright, gonna go to this weird house thing we saw. Aw, man. I mean, it's always like a bummer. I know there's definitely more important things that are being pushed back because of COVID, but yeah, I just feel bad for like, I know like The Witcher had their 2nd season that they're trying to film, and then there were a few other shows that just got, you know, they were like new and got put on hold, and I don't know, I just feel bad because everyone involved, obviously like this is their job. It was exciting to see it do well, and now you're just kind of waiting on something outside of your control, but I guess it's everybody. Okay, so I don't really know the name of the thing I just saw. Just gonna put Dome. 724. I remember these all stand for something, and I can't super remember what they do. So I guess I'm basically replaying this from start. We'll figure it out. I remember the first time I played this, I hate like jump scare games, and I always felt like there was going to be a jump scare in this. I actually said this, but because the audio wasn't working, when I first open Aknar's book and he like pops up and he's like, Asiris? It scared me. Obviously very easily frightened. There we go. Okay. Spaceship. But anyways, like it's such a mood that it sets. It's like kind of eerie, but not scary, which as a scaredy cat, I appreciate. Let's see what we're looking at. Yep, we got the spaceship. Probably don't need to do that every time, but honestly, it's for my memory's sake. 59 volts. I remember this one was kind of difficult. But I think that's kind of all we have for now. I think, where do I want to begin? Let's go ahead and do like the constellations. Those are pretty straightforward. Oh yeah, I've been told Riven is a great game. I don't know why I never got around to playing it right after Myst. But, I mean, I own all 5 of them now, so I am really ready for it. I really enjoy like the point and click games because, as I said, I'm a scaredy cat. I get really anxious anytime I have to fight something. So yeah, probably gonna stick with point and click games. Okay. So I guess something I should mention before I get into this, if you point at these blocks, you'll notice they match what I drew earlier with the constellations and their corresponding little icon thing. So, I'm going to assume that, well, I know this happened, but this is what I assumed when I first played it. You enter in the dates that were written in the tower, and then, yeah, it'll show you like a corresponding constellation. And then you kind of have to like match it up, but we'll get there. So the first one was 10/11 of 1984. Also, I always thought this beeping was kind of annoying, but nothing I can really do about it. 1984. Oh yeah, the year takes forever. Because it's kind of hard to get exact. Sorry about the sound. It like pauses to really pretty music every single time. There we go. 10:04 a.m. Yeah. Okay, that's as close as I think I'm gonna get dragging it. 10:04 a.m. And let's go ahead and press the button, see what it shows us. Okay. Let's compare this to my terrible drawings. So it kind of looks like an arrow in of itself. Okay, so I think that one matches the leaf guy because it's got like these 3 big ones and then these 2 small ones that are like right next to each other. So I'm just gonna draw my wonky looking leaf next to this. And then the next one was January 17 in the year 1207. So close. There we go. At 5:46 in the morning. Okay, I just want to make sure I have this right. Cool. And it shows me... I think this might be snake. But let me just... Yeah, I think it's snake because it's got... You probably can't see this. This is so small. But it's got boom boom and then one bigger one at the bottom. So gonna draw my little snake friend. That looks like a camel. But ideas there. I probably could just write snake. Yeah, we'll do that. And then November 23. Far in the future. In the year 9000, assuming this is a similar timeline to ours, and 6:57 p.m. So let me again make sure I got it right. 11:23, 9791, 6:57 p.m. and let's get on it. this one's thinking about it. Okay. That one. And you'd think I would remember this from when I first played it. I don't. So that one looks like the bug. Just like a lot of stars. So I'm going to draw the bug. But again, also write the word bug. Okay. So, with this newfound knowledge, I like that room's music. We're gonna go here, and I think this one was a swan, so I don't want that. This one was a cross, don't want that. Leaf, so I'm gonna click leaf. What's this guy? Arrow, don't want him. So I'm assuming the, what's this guy again? Arrow. Okay. Don't want anchor. I do want bug. And snake. Ooh. It makes that noise, you know we did something right. And if you'll see here, whoops, you'll see here, the ship is out of the water, which is some not so subtle foreshadowing to the ship being out of the water. So let's get on in here and explore this ship. Oh boy. I am gonna like pause here real quick and save the game. I could probably remember the technical, like the actual name of the world, but I don't, so I'm not going to deal with it. It's some lighthouse world. I think this is where the friends Emmett and Branch were. Again, poor guy. His name Branch. Let's go in. And I don't know if y'all remember looking at the books of the maps, but we had a map of this at one point. Stoneship Age, thank you. I'm gonna write that. Stoneship Age. All I really remember is Channelwood because I kept getting lost there, which was entirely through my own fault of not drawing down the map. So let's see if I remember how to do this. Okay. Gonna click on this guy. Water is draining from somewhere. I think it's here. It is not. Okay. I want to drain water from there first, so let's try this. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just really, honestly, like, even when I'm playing World of Warcraft and it has, like, the arrow where it's like, go this way, I'm like, okay, I need to go east, which means I turn right. No, if you're facing south, that is not the case, and my husband always makes fun of me for it. In a kind way, of course, but. Okay, let's try, I guess, the third one, and I'm gonna write this down. Haha, you're fine. Oh. I didn't know. Yeah, I knew you meant Channelwood. I thought it should. Yeah. Are they really yours if they don't give you shit sometimes? Okay. I want to drain the water out of this lovely chest. Also, might sound super ignorant, but what is real Myst? Is it like playing the games in kind of like a freeform world? Because that would be really cool. Let's go ahead and fill that back up with water. I didn't empty enough water out. I remember doing that the first time too, but I didn't remember when I should have. 3D version of Myst. Well, dang, I just got something more to add to my list. Did I leave this closed? We're gonna try this again. Go back. Nope, nope, nope. Not that way, this way. Boop, boop, boop. Fill her up. You can freely walk everywhere instead of point and click. That would be really nice, because sometimes, like, I think this will probably be a bad example, be like, turn right, and all of a sudden you've not really turned right, but rather looked down and right. And so I feel like that makes it really easy to kind of like get lost, because there's very little point of reference. I want this key, and I'm gonna put it in there. So I'll have to check out Real Myst, because that sounds awesome. Gonna open this door, and yeah, let's go ahead and crank the wheel. I always want to like move it in a circle, but if you just click and hold, it does it. I'm over here trying to make things harder than they need to be. Okay, I think I did it enough. Let's see. And I'm gonna do a little more. So what you're doing is you're cranking so that this battery gets some energy, and what that does is it lights the lighthouse. But it will run out, so you're on like a little bit of a timer. It's not anything ridiculous. Like, I've never found this game to be pushy with its time, but oops, right, I have to drain this of water. It does kind of force you to get the timing right. Dang it! It's still full of water. Try this one instead. Okay. Alright. And to be honest, I didn't know. So I only ever found this room. There's the other brother's room on the other side. This is Cirrus's room. He fancy. That's really all I have to say about him. I never understood this part. I'm probably missing something, but I mean, I solved it without knowing this, so maybe it's just one of those things they put there to throw you off. Got a lot of fine goods. See, this is where I was like, okay, Cirrus might be the evil one, because as you remember, there was like this insignia that was like the black ships that were attacking the different worlds. So I see this here and I'm like, Cirrus, evil. Gonna keep looking around though, you know, you never want to just assume. So I have this red page. Problem is, you can't pick up a red page and a blue page. So I could put this red page back if I think, okay, Cirrus is the evil one. Or I could try and do both, but honestly that just seems like a lot of, what's what I'm looking for? Work. So I think I'm gonna go with the blue page instead. And how I'm gonna do that is by going to, we'll just go up the normal way. I'm gonna do that by going to Aknar's room. And Aknar looks really evil. Like, I'm just gonna put that out there. His decor is villain chic, if I want to do it in a flattering way. Okay, he's got a rose. And it turns to a skull. Of frickin' course you do, Aknar, you weirdo. Okay. Got a map. Got a map. Map. Oh ho ho. So, this is another thing that I wrote down Didn't really keep track of where I wrote it, but it is very necessary for the end game. So just gonna draw like my broken page here. Hopefully I don't do this more confusingly. The vault is located, I'm assuming, the island of Myst, I'm assuming. Achieved very instructions are, and I think that's an F, each of the marker, assuming the next word is switches, turn every one of blah 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 on position the as a final step to, and then there to the whatever. So just kind of wrote that down. I remember last time I didn't write it super neatly, so it took a little while to figure out what I was trying to say. I think the first time I played it, I chose Cirrus. No, I chose Aknar, because I'm like, okay, just because you have an eclectic taste in styling doesn't mean you're evil. So I'm gonna choose Cirrus this time. I'm not gonna pick up that blue page. He's just got like too evil of a decor for me. Okay, and there's this little passageway. I actually clicked on this by accident once, so that's the only way I found it. And there's this little thing that will, you can hit one of these buttons. If you get it wrong, the light turns off and yeah, it beeps at you. So obviously I got it wrong. And it turned the light off. So I want the light on. Gonna go back up here, give her an old crank again. Yeah. Sucked out all my battery. I chose Cirrus. I was really convinced. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I did something really dumb the first time I played it. I don't really want to give it super away, but basically the actress saw me and was just like, what the heck are you doing? You ruined everything. So I ended up playing from a save, but yeah, I don't know. I wanted to give Aknar the benefit of the doubt just because he had eclectic, evil-leaning decoration tendencies. Didn't want to penalize him for that. Probably should have. But here we are. I actually really don't need to do that. What I want to do is go up here, and I want to look into... Yeah, I know. I think I ended up like loading from a save to pick like multiple endings, just to see like how each of them ended, or maybe I just Googled it. But yeah, the fact that, what, 30 some years ago they were able to create a game that did have multiple endings is kind of big. I guess the only sort of touchstone I have for that is in The Witcher, you know, you really have multiple endings. But that's like a super modern game, so the fact that this was like 30 years ahead of its time is really cool. It has 4 endings. Let me think. Yeah, you're right. I did. I'm not going to say them. But you are right. There are 4 endings. Okay. I noted that the lighthouse, which is blinking at me, is at 135. So I wrote that down. That's gonna come into handy later. Love how I'm just like walking around with this red page in my hand. Okay. Let's go down here. The lights are off. That's because I haven't turned on the underground light, which now this is filled with water. Okay, I got a few things I gotta do. I'm gonna crank this again, buy myself more time. I think it's pretty much full, but I don't know. Okay, there we go. Let's go. And number 2, I think is the one I wanted. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, let's get in here. So 135 is 90 plus 45, so 90-degree angle. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't super remember. For starting here, 90 degrees and then 45 degrees would be southeast. Okay, cool. Haha, that was right. Okay. So now we have this lovely like underground light, which we saw in one of the books. I think I've solved everything I need to and kind of like gotten all the information I need. So I'm going to head down here. Now that we've turned on that light, we can actually see things. It's really pretty, really quite beautiful down here. Yeah, just a really, really beautifully wrought world. I click on the table. Creepily, it like buds off a book for me, and takes me back home.